Okay, we're calling the meeting to order at 6 o'clock. Here we go. So it sounds like Laura, you're up first. Come on up.
Are we going to call the meeting to order? Okay. Good evening. It's April, Volunteer Appreciation Month, and on behalf of the Volunteer Coordinating Committee in the City of Keizer, I just want to thank all of you for being volunteers on the Park Committee and to bring you cookies.
Wonderful.
Okay.
We accept.
And thank you.
And thank you, yes.
That's why you have the Christmas napkins. We're all
Yes.
out of regular.
I wonder what that was.
It does.
You can too.
I mean, it did hail a bunch today, so.
Kind of felt like it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Pass on that for right now. Okay, moving on. Approval of the minutes.
Make a motion to approve this presented.
Second.
Hold on one second. Sorry, I should have said it before. It came to my attention that there was Matthew Poteet was here and absent
In the minutes?
in the minutes.
It said I abstained, I believe.
Well, when you are absent from a meeting, we have you abstain because you don't know if the minutes that you're approving are accurate. So that's why it says.
Okay,
But I think if you look under the minutes that were provided in the packet, it listed him as both present and absent.
It's because he,
So he can't be both.
hell, okay.
Oh,
All right,
I see what you're
I
saying.
will fix that.
Yeah.
there we go.
Thank you.
So motion to approve as amended. We have to withdraw the motion.
No, but actually, look, where are you saying that?
So
It
it
was-
says present and absent. He's listed as both. And so is Katie Brady.
Except for, yeah, I was here.
Oh, I see, over there, in this part right here.
Yeah, the very beginning.
Okay, yes. I
Yeah,
thought-
sorry.
No, because the votes and everything are all like, yes, okay, I will take that little piece off.
I
Thank you,
didn't know
Debbie.
if I was coming or going.
Still
Now
don't.
I'm
Yeah.
I still
I was
don't.
either.
Am I here?
Awesome, thank you.
All right, so
Let me know if
I
I'm
will
here
withdraw
later.
the motion.
No, you can say as corrected.
Okay, that's correct.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Appearance of interested citizens, Carol Phipps. Come on down.
Hi, I'm Carol Phipps, and I'm here on behalf of the West Keizer Neighborhood Association. And I just would like to thank personally Robert Johnson, who has met with us on several occasions, once with Gary Blake, who's on our board, and then with myself and Rhonda Rich. And we met down at the Palmacia Park, and came up with a little plan for the West Keizer Neighborhood Association to sponsor a work day on May 7th, which is the Saturday before Mother's Day, and in the morning from 9 until noon. And we've made arrangements with Robert to borrow some equipment from the city, and also Gary has touched base with the neighbors that live on that street in that area to participate in the cleanup. And I wanted to invite everyone from the Parks Board to participate if you'd like. Rhonda Rich is going to be purchasing pizza and drinks for anyone who so wishes to eat. And I would like to ask Matt if you could pass the message on to the Watershed Committee and see if they would like to help as well. So pretty much we're clearing the area underneath the trees to make a nicer area for picnic tables. And if we have enough volunteers, we're gonna try and clear an area where we can install the park bench that was purchased from the committee as well. So it just kind of depends on how many people show up to help out and as to how much we can get done. So
It'd
anyway,
be helpful to help coordinate supplies. They help do that, yeah? Okay, 55 grand. Okay.
so anyway, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol.
Awesome. Any other interested citizens? Nope. Okay. Moving right into new and old business. We have band approval for the KRA Amphitheater Summer Concert Series. We have Edge and the Rhythm and Business. So we're,
I'll go right back here, that'll work. Most of you might remember that we do this annually, kind of. Most of the bands are approved. Once they're approved, we don't approve them again. So these two have never been approved before. I happen to have seen Edge. I don't know if you went to their website that I give you in the agenda. It's two guys, Ed and George. I have seen them play, and they play really well. One of them, I don't know which is which, plays a box drum, which is really cool. He sits on it and plays it, and then the other guy plays strings. So I know they're good. And the other ones, I heard them warming up at the yard one time when I went there for lunch. So I know about those two, but and hopefully you listen to their music from the links that I gave you.
Well, Rhythm and Business is actually a Keizer-based band, and Brad Benton is in the band. He's been in the music industry for forever. In fact, him and his wife, I think, met on a cruise ship, and Zoe does city dance theater, and so I think there could be potential for some really cool entertainment out there at Keizer Rapids Park, and I'm super excited that Brad and Rhythm and Business and Edge are on here. So I would like to make a motion to approve these two bands for the Keizer Rotary Amphitheater Summer Concert Series.
I'd like to second it.
awesome. You have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Okay, motion passes unanimously. Next on is park reports. Mike, sorry.
Sunset Park looks really nice. It has two small piles of debris. Other than that, the benches look great, all facing in nice directions. This looks real pretty. I just love that park. Palmacia, looks like some ivy was cleared at the top there and some brush maybe, so you can actually see the river. And were we gonna find out if it's okay to do anything along the edge of that wall? Because I think it'd be really nice to actually have a couple benches kind of facing towards the river. When that's clear like that, there's a real good view of the river from up there on the top.
Yeah, I will go into that detail here during my staff report.
Okay. Other than that, it looked good. The path looked clear down to the river from the top pretty much. So was there cleanup done there recently? Or it does look great. So looking nice. I thought it'd actually be covered with debris. I heard it's been pretty windy, and just with the wind blowing and the rain and the kind of the ice, I thought it'd be kind of messy, but it looked great.
Okay. Clay.
Yeah, so I'm by Bear on a fairly regular basis. Looks like it's supposed to right now. And was by Whittam a few days ago, and then on my way here this evening, and things look good.
Matthew?
Hello. Oh, there we go. All right. Keizer Little League looks great. Got some new roofs on some dugouts, some areas. I have not been out to Clear Lake since last month, so I'll have to follow back up with that one. But Keizer Little League looks great.
Matt?
Yeah, drove out by Wallace House today. Kind of wet, grass is a little bit long, but that's the type of season that it is right now. Just a great park. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. There's a little bit of logs by one of the picnic benches, but it makes it look kind of nice and parksy. And then this park out here that I can't say is constantly being used. There are kids out there even in the rain, skateboarding and having lots of fun. And I think it sounds like everything is good to go for the art project. And so looking forward to that project coming forward, hopefully sometime this summer.
And the last park is Keizer Rapids. Any updates?
I will say that it looks really good. I don't know if it was the disc golf people who went out and put down chips or bark pieces on the path from the start of the disc golf towards kind of the meadow. It looks great. Some of the down limbs have been chainsawed and put along the path. It looks like the peace pole got put up in the last couple of weeks. There's signs now explaining what's going on with the orange fence, and I haven't seen any other people putting their small pets inside the orange fence.
It's a secondary dog park. Didn't you get the memo? Just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
No, it's just with the, whatever they sprayed to try to kill the blackberries, it made me feel uncomfortable with other people's pets running through that. But, yeah, the windstorm knocked down a few branches on the main path next to the river on the way to where the porta potty is. But, no, it looks good. It's a beautiful park.
Anyone else? No? Okay. Last business item on the agenda is canceling the May meeting. It sounds like there's a conflict with the budget committee meeting. So what are our thoughts? Oh, go ahead.
Your options are to meet in another room if you want to. Shani won't be here, but because she'll be at the budget meeting.
Right.
But, so you can either cancel or meet in another room.
The only question I might have is the work list for this fiscal year coming up. We'll see that in June.
Yeah, and you mean your reports? Oh, is that what you're talking about?
No, because like usually once a year around budget time, we see a work list of kind of where we were with the projects and kind of what the plan is looking forward. Is that something we'll see after the fiscal year or?
Yeah, you won't see that until the budget committee formally adopts the budget.
Okay. It's kind of what I remembered. I just wanted to confirm.
Would it be helpful to you, Robert, for us to host that meeting in May? Was there any agenda items or business that you feel like we need to cover?
Not really. I was going to invite Jenny Amon with our environmental and technical division to come speak to the board just regarding kind of her role here and volunteers and working with children. But there's not really a timeline attached to that, so she could show up to almost any meeting probably as long as her schedule allows. So that shouldn't.
So any remaining grant requests would have to come in June? Because we have a little bit of money left over, right?
Yeah. Which doesn't leave much of a timeline, but yes, if we had a grant proposal come forward and you didn't have a meeting in May, it would need to be pitched to you guys in June, and that would leave roughly 20 days to get that project done.
Are you anticipating?
I don't know of any coming up, but then again, it's the time of year where scouts are trying to scramble at the last minute to get projects for the Eagle projects and stuff, so I don't know of any right now.
Madam Chair, if a grant request came in that was time sensitive like that, we could always call an emergency meeting. We just have to notice it. So we could adapt.
Do you need a vote on this, or?
You should have a vote, I think, to cancel a meeting. Yeah.
Clay.
Are there any updates on the prior grant requests and how they're moving along? Might there be any type of need from their end to have us get together and any of that going on? Or are we okay with it?
No. Short answer.
He's a man of many words. Well, I've already made 2 motions tonight. I'm not going to do the other one.
I would like to move that we cancel the May meeting and meet in June.
We've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. Okay. No meeting in May. Robert, staff report.
Yeah, Keizer Rapids Park, we installed the boat docks that are seasonally removed, so we went ahead and put those in. Keeping my fingers crossed we made the right decision, because now, of course, there's a lot of rain and a lot of snow up in the mountains, but I think we'll be okay. Don't know why this mic is so hot.
I don't either, they both seem to be.
I know we've been getting a lot of phone calls just from bass fishermen and people that are eager to start using the river. As we're going into spring, we've had a few really nice days and people want to get their boats out, so they're wondering when that was going to happen. So our crew got together and made it happen last week. Our first summer temp employee will be starting with us next week. So we'll be training that person to help us do a lot of our routine maintenance, mowing and picking up litter and checking bathrooms and things like that. So that's exciting to have another person on board helping us. And then to give a quick update on Palmacia Park, yes, been working close with various people in the West Keizer Neighborhood Association. It's gonna keep backing up. And we have a great plan set in place kind of over the next probably couple years, to be honest with you, to see it through. But we have a lot of different ideas, kind of take it one step at a time, start doing some initial cleanup. We'd like to add a bench. We've already purchased a bench, and we found a spot that we think it will work well, far enough off the river wall. We need to stay, there's kind of a 10-foot easement through there for the river wall, so minimum 5 feet off both sides, minimum. If we can get a little farther away, great. That way there's just no questions about putting anything too close to that. So we did find a spot to put a nice bench. I was in contact with the tree service company about doing some clearing of ivy, removing some dead and dying hazardous trees, and also limbing up some of the trees that are there just to make the vision both through the park and to see the river better. And as a matter of fact, that tree service company had a cancellation last week, and they actually came in and started early and did a day's worth of work already. That's probably the work that you saw happening. Yep. And it was unexpected, but I'll take it. And so I'm excited to see what that park can become, and I know the folks that live down there are as well. So it's gonna be really fun meeting with everybody down there, and I look forward to where that goes.
I was pleasantly surprised. I expected to go see.
Yeah, yeah. So by the end of this summer, it's gonna look a lot better than it has in the past, for sure. And then I mentioned Jenny Amon was gonna come speak at next month's meeting, but I'll let her know that that's been canceled, and we'll just get her back on the books. Like I said, no timeline attached to that, just kind of let you guys know what her role is here at the city and how we can maybe work together on some projects down the road, especially as we're having, school groups involved and things of that nature. That's it. Any questions? Yes?
Has there been any more vandalism at the park?
Minor, nothing crazy.
No,
but
no boulders in the bathrooms?
no boulders in the bathrooms, no fires.
Okay.
Some porta potty stuff took place last week, tipping them over, throwing stuff in the tanks, but yeah, I'll take it.
Thank you, Robert. Council liaison report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think you should all have a copy of the staff report that was requested last meeting on the status of Pier Court. So long and short, the Pier Court should be getting back into meeting again this month in April. The other thing, Clay, just to answer your question, I think the city council should have gotten everything addressed on that grant. So there shouldn't need to be anything coming back to this committee for that. It should all be moving forward. So we did all the resolutions and clean up on that. Let's see, I just wanted to follow up and make sure that we are moving forward. The mayor had asked Mr. Lawyer, about lighting, at Keizer Rotary Amphitheater, and last meeting you hadn't gotten up to speed on that conversation, so I just wanted to make sure, bring that forward, make sure that those conversations are happening.
Yeah, so, we might be talking two different projects, just to make sure I am clear. Lighting of the stairs has all been repaired, so safety lights are taken care of.
Okay.
As far as adding additional lighting goes, I'm still not really in the mix on that yet, so.
Got it. Okay, I will follow up on that.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Keep that moving forward for safety concerns. The second thing, just an FYI, council held a work session last night, hearing a proposal for the 2 multi-purpose turf fields at Keizer Rapids, and that would be a matching use of the city ARPA funding with matching funds from the county ARPA funding. So stay tuned for more on that, but very productive, informative work session.
Question to that, is that the email communication we received a few months ago regarding that? The turf fields, yes, I'm making the right connection, correct? Okay, good. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I think that's it that I have, so.
Thank you so
Welcome any
much.
questions?
Thank you. And then other business, on here, it says, Clay, you're reporting to council, so make sure that, are you able to go on April 18th? And then while he's figuring that out, any other business?
I had a question for
Yeah.
Counselor Starr. Last month you told us about Keizer Fest and some tentative usage of the park for Keizer Fest, and I was wondering if there was any more news?
We don't have any, I haven't received any further information,
Okay.
so nothing's come forward.
Okay.
Any other business?
I got a couple things.
Yeah, Matt.
So last month we had our annual Civic Center cleanup. It was a good event. It was interesting. It was such a beautiful day, despite the fact that it started pouring as soon as we were done. But we had probably only about 2/3, maybe half the normal volunteers we normally get. But that didn't stop Counselor Starr from running around with me collecting debris bins for the entire day, with Counselor Kohler as well. And Chief Teague and Tim Wood were up in the 5-yard debris bin. I think we filled that thing probably almost full. So, despite the numbers, we still got a lot of work done. Myself and Mark Callier and Counselor Kohler and a couple other volunteers were doing all the leaf blowing afterwards, which was a really good idea until the rain came in, the wind came, and everything that was not blown came right back out. So we got to do that a third time. But just really appreciate all the work Robert put in. The last couple of years he spoiled us by getting everything kind of ready to go, and so it was nice just to go out there and grab what we needed and get everything put back. And this next year I'll remind him a little in advance that we need the quad. That would have definitely helped out a little bit. But really good event, and really appreciate the pizzas. Robert hooked it up and got a bunch of pizzas, and Gwen was there helping with the registration, and Tanya was there with her kids, daughter, just one kid. And so it was great to see folks out there and working hard and getting it done. But yeah, great event. And then this month,
David was also in
David
attendance?
was there too. Yeah, because he kept yelling at me because I
He
kept
just
forgetting to
walked
bring
by
him trash
super
bins.
quick.
I think I suppressed that because he was so mad at me a couple times. He tried to help with the leaf blowers, but we couldn't get the one to run, and it was, yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. Sorry. So on April 23rd, it's a really cool day. So Keizer Environmental Services and Willamette River Keepers is going to be doing a project in the morning, I believe, from 10 to noon or 9 to noon. They're going to be doing some shore work, and they're going to be going around at Keizer Rapids cleaning stuff up. And there's a bunch of partners involved with this, multiple agencies, and Jenny's done a really good job of communicating that and getting that plan pulled together. And then once that project's done, we're going to be launching Soggy Day in the Park, the redo. And I call it the redo because the last 2 years has been canceled, mostly because of COVID. But for those of you that aren't familiar with Soggy Day in the Park, this is kind of Claggett Creek Watershed Council's thank you, right? Because we do a lot of projects, and it's suck work a lot of times. It's not, you know, really great events and things like that. It's hard. It's in the you know, the pucker brush, getting trash and debris and stuff like that out. And so this is just an event that we do to celebrate how great Keizer Rapids is. You'll actually get to see where Claggett Creek itself goes out into the Willamette. You'll get to see the actual Keizer Rapids on the boat ride. Mr. Callier does that. He'll take his boat out there, which we're very thankful that Robert got the boat ramp out for that. And then somebody from Public Works will be in a backhoe, doing a backhoe demonstration. So young people can go in and check it out. And who's doing that? Is that you?
2 of our parks employees, Dawn and Austin.
You're gonna put Dawn in there?
Absolutely.
Good.
He has more experience than all of us.
Dawn's awesome. I like Dawn. I haven't met Austin, but it's gonna be great. You know, the first year we did it, and I talk about this every time, Robert literally didn't get to stand up straight for 3 hours. He sat there for 3 hours straight running it with the kids, and you know, I think as we were getting ready to wrap up, a couple little people came by and, you know, gave him the puppy dog look, and, you know, Robert's a sucker for kids, and let him come in and do it. It was great. And so we've got a bounce house. It's actually kind of a really cool bounce house. It's like a obstacle course thing, and people can run in it. And then my good friend Santiago Lopez, who owns Sancho's Tacos and Grill, is going to be out there giving away tacos. So that's from noon to 3 on Saturday, April 23rd, right after the cleanup event that morning. And I just got to say thank you. We had a really good community response. I got the entire event sponsored by Remodeling by Classic Homes, Northwest Dental Arts, and then A to Z Rentals gave us a really, really good discount on the bounce house. And then Santiago with Sancho's Tacos is going to be donating more than 50% of the materials for the free tacos. And so come check it out. It's free. It's a great event. Get to do the boat ride. I've heard it's great. I don't know. Mark Callier won't let me on the boat, but that's fine. Just really good fun for the whole family. So look forward to seeing folks out there. And it's out there on Facebook land. So if you go on either of the 2 Keizer community pages, pick it up and share it out there. And you know, if there's businesses that feel compelled to want to put some more money towards it, we won't say no. So that's all I got.
Any other business? Clay, did you figure out if you can report?
I think so.
Wonderful.
If not, Clay, call me.
Or I'm,
Oh, Lisa can do it too.
I'll be
7.
there.
Lisa always goes.
I'll be there, but
It's at 7.
it's a 7, yes.
Okay. Meeting is adjourned at 6:29.